I'm talking to myself when I say this also. Put some respect on Master P's name. Before I get into this review of episodes 3 and 4 of the No Limit Chronicles, I have to ask one question. Where the hell are these damn rap noodles at? I tried these joints one time because my man Q Reviews sent me the 3-pack in the mail. Big ups to Q Reviews for that. But I can't find these bitches in no stores. And last time I checked on Master P's Instagram, he said that you can order it through Amazon because the stores won't let them be great. So I said, okay, I'm going to support this shit, man. I'm gonna try to order this shit on Amazon. Nowhere to be found. I think only place you can find this is on eBay. The fuck? So yeah, he's got noodles. He's got rice. He's got syrup. He's got pancakes. But you can't find this shit anywhere. Well, he said start small and then build. So maybe one day I'll be able to make some Uncle P's rice. So we'll see how that goes. No Limit Chronicles episodes 3 and 4. Thank God for YouTube because BET will not let me be great. I was able to watch this shit, even though they kind of chopped it up a little bit, but I was able to, I had to adjust for a minute, but I was able to watch this shit. So, episodes 3 and 4 is the rise and kind of fall of No Limit. So, I guess episode 5 is going to be just, I guess, wrap everything up. But, man, Master P is a fucking gangster. This nigga is the ultimate hustler gangster of rap, y'all. I praise this man so much in episodes 1 and 2. I'm going to praise him even more in 3 and 4. This man, goddamn, built an empire. Now, he came into the rap game, I don't think so much for the love of the music, but because he knew this was a good hustle, this could make some money. And in cases like that, it can go bad also because if you do something just for the money and not for the love of it, really, you end up not putting out a really good product. But in those 2 years, well, in 97, 98, No Limit was on top of the world, especially when they signed Mystical. Now, when he got Mystical, that was a game changer. For me personally, Mystical is my favorite No Limit artist. I like Mia X, C Murder and all them. You know, it's not Silk the Shocker. But when he got Mystical, man, it took that shit to another level. Now, mind you, y'all, I'm from Long Island, New York, so I wasn't into the whole down south rap revolution, but I do have people down here in the south. So when I came here for the summer of 98, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing No Limit. So if I'm here for like 2 or 3 weeks, eventually I'm gonna have no choice but to catch on. Like, okay, that shit sound kind of hot. Okay, you know, all right, that sounds all right. It sounds all right. But when I heard Mystical, Unpredictable, oh my God, the man right here, the man right here. And then I think he dropped Ghetto Fabulous not too long after that. And Ghetto Fabulous has one of my favorite songs of all time, Still Smoking, but that beat, man, look at here. Yeah, he hit the jackpot when he got him. And then he had to get Snoop Dogg. And this is the part that I was really waiting for, how he signed Snoop, right? But I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let me go back a little bit. How he signed Mystical was so gangster. This motherfucker went and met with, I guess Mystical was with Jive Records at the time. So he sat down with the head honchos of Jive Records and was like, look here. And Mystical sitting there. Y'all ain't doing Mystical right. He need to be with us. They're like, ha 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 ha, foolishness. Unless you have $375,000, he's staying here. He wants Mystical with them. P was like, that's it? That's the only thing holding it up? Here, let's go. Gangster. Gangster. And then even the same with Suge. Now, I was expecting more of a climactic battle between the two of them, but P is a gentleman, all right? He's a businessman, he's a gentleman, but at the same time, do not test his gangster. Louisiana niggas are different. Sat down with Suge, chopped it up a little bit. So, yeah, I need Snoop. How much is it going to cost to get him? They worked out some numbers. Then P put a little extra zero behind it, and boom, got Snoop to No Limit. Gangster. Like, dude, that's the ultimate. He is the ultimate fucking boss. If you look up boss in the dictionary, there's a picture of P, you know, showing the gold teeth, No Limit chain. Yes. Do not let that Louisiana accent throw you off. All right. Sometimes we hear people from the South, and you hear the Southern accent. You think they're slow. You think they're not really smart. From watching this, P has got to be probably the smartest fucking businessman that I've seen in action. That I've seen. All right. Goddamn. They was hot for a while. But like most empires, everything must come to an end. And I think that from watching this, I think what really was No Limit's demise was that Master P stretched himself a little too thin. He, very versatile brother. He wanted his hands in everything. Now, mind you, the prototype to this, or the catalyst to this was MC Hammer back in the day. But see, when MC Hammer did it, this was totally new. No rapper even thought about doing the shit that MC Hammer did. So Hammer was considered a sellout. All right, Hammer was doing Sprite commercials, not Sprite, but he was doing Pepsi commercials. He was doing KFC. He had a doll. He had a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? MC Hammer became so much of a brand and so mainstream that niggas really didn't want to fuck with Hammer no more because he crossed over too much. All right, hip hop is an underground art form where we pride ourselves on hip hop being ours. It's for us. It's for the street. And when you go mainstream and you have white folks loving your shit, and now you can buy your products in stores and shit for the kids, it's no longer hard. So Hammer did it first, but P took that shit to another level because not only was P doing this, but P was creating millionaires. P made so many millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you work for No Limit, you got a car, you got a house, you got money in your bank account, but you had to work your ass off. The workload for these artists was crazy. Like, I remember at one point, No Limit was putting out like 20 albums like a month or some shit. Like, every time you turn around, there's a new album out. And then if you remember, if you open the sleeve to that album, it would say, well, this album's coming next, this album's coming up soon. And I'm like, damn, they're pumping up a lot of shit because he had these artists working like crazy. I think Mia X said she recorded her album in 10 days. Like that's Tupac numbers, all right? And a lot of these motherfuckers ain't Tupac, but they was doing Tupac type work. So as long as you put the work in, you got paid. But P, like Snoop said, got niggas money. He got them paid. And you can't help but respect a man for that, because when you think of other labels, when you think of labels and label heads, they sell the illusion of these artists being rich, but when they really ripping them off. Just look at TLC, how they did them back in the day in like New Edition. We thought these niggas was rolling in the dough where they barely had two nickels to rub together. You know what I mean? So for a while, everything was perfect. But then Master P is thinking about life after No Limit Records. So he's thinking No Limit Films, No Limit Sports Agency, No Limit Dolls, you know what I'm saying? No Limit Shoes, fashion, real estate. And then on top of that, he wants to try out for the NBA. This man does it all. But sometimes when you try to do so many things, when you got your hands in so much shit, you lose focus on the main thing that got you there to begin with. And the thing that got them there that was making the most money was the music. And P kind of got away from the music. So as P's getting away from the music, guess what? Cash Money is coming up in the ranks. Cash Money's on their coattails like, look here, we coming after you. And goddamn it, that's what happened. And I remember exactly when it happened. I think it was the summer of 1999. Juvenile just dropped 400 Degrees. And I was down here in Florida with my people. And mind you, a year earlier, it was all about the tank. It was No Limit. Come down a year later, Juvenile is the man. Back That Ass Up was the anthem of the summer down here in Bo Key, Florida. All right. Motherfuckers forgot about No Limit really quick. And as that happened, as P started to forget the music, guess what? His artists, his breadwinners are now like, look, we got to jump ship. We got to go someplace where, it's about the music, where we can be artists. But P did have a point. P said, yeah, a lot of these artists left, but they were never as big as they were when they were with No Limit. And that's true. When Mystical was with No Limit, he was like up here. When he left, he was still hot, but he didn't have that status like he did when he was with No Limit. That's just the facts. Now, he did have some shit. I mean, I did buy his next 2 albums after that, but when he lost that tank, it just wasn't the same. So he has a point in saying that, but a lot of his artists left. And now he put out another solo album, Only God Can Judge Me, which is funny. Romeo said that was his favorite Master P's solo joint, but personally, I thought it was trash, but that's just my opinion. What the fuck do I know? And No Limit took a back seat to Cash Money. So now it's all about Cash Money. P tried to hang in there as long as he could, but then he just totally scrapped No Limit Records and tried to focus on No Limit Films, which if you watch my videos, I'm not really a fan of. But just because I'm not a fan of one thing this man does not mean I'm a hater. I love this motherfucker. I want to be like this nigga when I grow up. And I'll be 41 this month. I want to be like Master P when I grow up, man. But yeah, the demise of No Limit Records was because P was just trying to do too damn much. But in the long run, it did benefit him because look at him now. He still has that same mindset, and he's still a success. You know, he has product. You know, people talk shit about Manyatis, his shoes, which I've never seen anybody around my area wearing Manyatis, but I'm not one to hate on him. They're not my taste, but the bottom line is this man has a shoe that he owns. He has product that he owns, and he is making money. And he's living a lavish lifestyle, which most of us just dream of having and sometimes never get it. So props to this man. I'm looking forward to episode 5 because I want to see how this shit caps off. And out of all the artists that left him, Snoop was probably the only one that was really, you know, really solid with him because Snoop, he saw his deal. You know, he did the 3 albums, and the last album, The Last Meal, was his best one for No Limit. And I like when he said that he wanted to get a lot of Dre production on there so that No Limit would own songs made by Dre. Like, that was his gift back to Master P. And that's some solid shit, man. Snoop seemed like a stand-up solid nigga, man. And P seems the same way. And the thing I like about Master P also, when it came to his artists, was that he wasn't on that bullshit of, well, once you sign to me, I own your ass. If you try to go someplace else, okay, you can go, but I'm still going to get paid off for your ass. But Master P whole thought process was, look, I don't want nobody around me that don't want to be around me, so if you want to go, go. You know, no strings attached. Fly off. Do what you do. I'm going to still do me. And I respect that because a lot of label owners won't do that. You know, like, for example, take Eazy-E and Dre. Dre got away from Eazy-E, but Eazy-E was still getting paid off of Dre. You know, like, all right, nigga, you may leave me, but look, I'm still going to get paid off of your shit. But P was like, nope, clean break. Go off and do your thing. So, yeah, y'all, wrapping this up. Once again, thanks to YouTube, I was able to watch this shit. No Limit Chronicles. I'm loving this shit. This is up there with The Last Dance as far as my favorite shit of this year as far as documentaries go. And, yeah, man, look, what can I say? I'm a big fan of Master P. So have you guys seen the No Limit Chronicles? What do you think about it? Comment freely below. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe, notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.